Hello and welcome back. What we're going to be doing today is actually installing two-factor authentication. We're actually going to be using the Google Authenticator to do that on a Raspberry Pi 4. So we'll go through the quick setup steps that need to be done for that. It's really not that hard. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to get into your systems, but that's what we want because we don't want the system being hacked, and therefore you have another way to authenticate against it. So you've got your password, and then as well as the QR code that we're going to scan, and then what it'll do is it'll add, and then that way we can see what that number is or access for that. So first off, let's make sure we're logged into our Raspberry Pi, and we're in as the user that we created on that system. It'll be whatever you created on there. It used to be, I think, Raspberry or at one point, but I've got mine set up as Bingham. So for here, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the installation steps, which are pretty easy. There's not really a lot to it, to be honest with you. First off, you want to make sure you have the Google Authenticator on your phone. So make sure you got that on your phone, the app itself. And then from there, we're actually going to do a sudo install, and I'll put this information down in the description as well as possibly on my website as well. So it's just a sudo app install is the Google Authenticator, and that's installing that, and it looks like it's already been there. Next, what we're going to do is actually just type in Google Authenticator. This is, do you want authentication services to be time-based? We're going to say yes to that. Okay, now that the code has been displayed, what we're going to be doing now is taking our phone and going to the Google Authenticator. And on your Google Authenticator, I know it's hard to see here, but you're going to hit the little plus button. And then you say scan QR code. And then once that's up, you're just going to scan it. And it says authenticator code saved. And then if you see on your phone, there will be an entry for there, and it will be a number. So you're just going to type that number in real quick. What it does then is it actually gives you a list of emergency numbers. So those emergency numbers are there for that after you do this. And those are just the your emergency numbers will be published after that. And then what you're going to be doing there says, do you want to update your home? So you're going to say yes to that. And then do you want to disallow multiple uses of the same authentication token? This restricts you to one login about every 30 seconds, but it increases. It says your chance to notice or even prevent man-in-the-middle attacks. We're going to say yes to that. And then it says, do you want to, by default, a new token? And it wants to know if you want to do a times queue. So we're going to say yes to that as well. And this is just rate limiting. We're going to say yes to that. So that part's all set up. That's kind of, I'll be honest with you, the easy part. The other part's not hard, but we're going to need to go in and actually make some changes to our SSH server. So really there's basically two places that you need to edit and fool around with. So as I mentioned, that part's done, and we're all set there. So now what we're going to be doing is actually going in and changing the PAM SSHD. We can just add this one line, auth required PAM Google Authenticator. We can actually put that before this, and then we'll actually get asked for the code before we actually have to put in the password. So this actually asks for both. So that should be all set there. So now what we need to do is just restart the SSH service. And then we can actually check the status as well, just to make sure major errors on there. It looks like it's back up and running for only 5 seconds, so we're good to go there. Next, what we're going to do is just check the SSHD config and make sure that everything's set up there properly. And what we need to do here is actually take this KB Interactive Authentication. We need to change that from no to yes. Say yes to that. And then once again, we're going to need to restart the SSH service. But we're going to restart that, not do the status check. And we'll do a status check afterwards. And it's, like I said, it's just been restarted. And then once again, we're going to try a duplicate of this. And we're going to try logging in as me. Our password. Now it's asking for a verification code. So now we need to go to our phone, go to our Google Authenticator app, Got my code. I'm going to put that in real quick. Might not have been fast enough. I'm going to get a little finicky. Password again. Verification code. So I did it in time that time. So we're all set to go. I'm all logged in. That's two-factor authentication with Google Authenticator on a Raspberry Pi. Hope you enjoyed that section. If you did, please like and subscribe. Please put some notes in there if you would, if there's something you'd like me to go over as well. Again, thank you for your time. Have a great rest of the night.